Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Shelby from Superior Consumer Solutions, and if you don't know me by now, I usually talk about ways that your business can get some funding opportunities and also different, ways that we can actually scale as individuals during the economy, right? I always talk about different grant opportunities, funding, all types of stuff. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. Make sure you subscribe, share this video, and like, because we have a really hot topic today, okay? So today I want to talk about the credit reporting agencies and how they have not been complying with the consumer disputes that we have actually been doing. And this is something very vital to what we have going on right now, especially in the economy, considering the fact that we actually need credit for us to be able to get some lending opportunities or to increase our lending opportunities, okay? So I want to read a quick article, or my notes from the article, but this information is very interesting, and I want you guys to know, especially if you have joined with a credit repair company before, or if you are doing credit repair yourself, right, for yourself, this could be the reasons for why you don't have any results, okay? Or you have been receiving those letters, especially from like TransUnion, saying that, they're suspecting that you're using a credit repair company, okay? So it says TransUnion, Equifax, Experian may have violated credit report rules. The nation's three largest nationwide consumer reporting agencies have long-standing problems with responding to consumers who raise complaints about credit reporting errors. The CFPB reported then that 4.1% of complaints were resolved in 2021, compared to nearly the 25% of complaints in 2019 before the pandemic. The subcommittee party credited the pause on student loan payments and increase in pandemic-related identity theft to credit reporting errors. Under the CARES Act, paused loan payments are supposed to be reported as current, okay? Though some lenders have been incorrectly categorizing them as late. Consumer fraud can also lead to faulty consumer credit reports. I'm going to say this again. Consumer fraud can also lead or be led to faulty consumer credit reports. So with that being said, I say that slowly because if you have like your student loan payments are deferred, right? And if it has not been reporting on time, right, on your credit report, and you have already reached out to the credit reporting agencies about that situation, about the student loans still reporting on your credit report, about the student loans not reporting correctly on your credit report, then guess what? That is technically consumer fraud, and you can file a complaint through the CFPB, okay? So, reading along, it says, but consumers have been disputing information found on their credit reports on a larger scale than previously known, the subcommittee found. The CFPB estimated the combined number of dispute submissions among Equifax, Experian, TransUnion to be $8 million total in 2011, according to the panel, okay? But data obtained by the subcommittee showed Equifax alone received nearly 14 million complaints in 2021. Jeez. CFPB also received a record-breaking amount of complaints about the credit reporting companies from 2020 through 2021, with more than 619,000 in 2021 alone. Consumers disputed nearly 336 million items, including names, addresses, or credit accounts on their credit reports from 2019 through 2021. Wow. 336 million errors that have been filed as a complaint to the CFPB. Yet, according to the evidence obtained by the subcommittee, the credit raters discard millions of disputes a year without investigation. At least 13.8 million are thrown out between 2019 and 2021. Yes, I said that. I'll say it again. The credit raters discard millions of disputes a year without investigation. That's illegal. At least 13.8 million were thrown out between 2019 and 2021. That's crazy. So that means all of the credit repair we've been doing these last 2 years, we're a part of that 13.8 million, which means that's why we had to send so many letters out and do so many different ways of disputing, because the credit reporting agencies is literally refusing to comply with the FCRA. And the FCRA literally says that when we are requesting validation, right? That's the basic 609. When we're requesting validation, that's what we're looking for. And if they can't provide that, then they have to delete it. So moving along, it says discarding disputes violates the fair credit laws if any are submitted directly by consumers to authorized representatives. The company's defense says the subcommittee is that disputes are discarded without investigation when they suspect a credit repair service is the one making the complaint. But the subcommittee says each agency uses vague criteria to determine which disputes are submitted by an unauthorized third party. Equifax, for instance, tosses out the mail that tends to use identical language and font format that also comes from the same zip code. Yeah, that's true. The subcommittee also found that the credit rating companies referred more than half of the disputes to data furnishers for investigations between 2019 and 2021. TransUnion transferred the most, which was 80% to 82%. Now, the credit furnishers, right, or data furnishers are the secondary bureaus. LexisNexis, ARS, Innovis, SageStream. Those are the main secondary bureaus, and I think I'm missing like 2 others, okay? So they've been sending these disputes to them to validate the debt, which is going against the FCRA, okay? And this is a brand new, this isn't new, I'm just letting you guys know. This literally just came out about 2 days ago, this article. Okay, so it says, the Consumer Data Industry Association, the trade association that represents Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, said that all disputes the 3 credit raters receive directly from consumers are processed accordingly to federal requirements. No, it's not. Recent reports have highlighted trends, including increased activity by certain credit repair companies, which can inflate complaint numbers and and undermine the process of addressing legitimate requests. So the credit reporting industry will continue to collaborate with the CFPB and policymakers to better serve consumers and continue to deliver innovative solutions to increase economic opportunities. That's what they say. Good morning. So that's pretty much, that's not the whole article, but that's majority of, the key points from that article. But what I wanted to bring to you, and what I want, if you don't take anything out of this whole entire article from today, one thing I want you to take out of this is, if you are doing credit repair, if you're doing it yourself, okay, whether you're doing it yourself or you're requesting, you're having some help from like a lawyer, a friend, a credit repair agency, actual credit repair company, no matter what, these disputes are literally not getting answered, period. And there's only a certain percentage, and judging just by this data that they gave us, this information they gave us, it seems like only about 40% of our actual disputes or our actual complaints that we're sending to the credit reporting agencies are actually getting answered. And the fact that we know these factors of how they determine the difference between a consumer, disputing and also a credit repair agency disputing is kind of vague, like they said. Because using the font, the 609 credit repair templates, using the same language, those are the reasons why we use those verbiage and the language and those law words, is because we are talking to EO Oscar, which is what they're not supposed to have in the first place. Okay? So, how do we get around this? All right, how do we get around this? The best thing for us to do is actually file, if you've already been sending out disputes, especially if you send disputes out, multiple times on the same exact account, or on the same exact account, same inquiry, whatever it is. At this moment, I will file a complaint through the CFPB, and then I will also submit that information to their credit reporting agencies. Also, a new way that we can possibly dispute to get these inaccuracies removed and derogatory marks and stuff is to actually sign up for all 3 of the credit reporting agencies and upload your letters, or email your letters directly to them and also send them in the mail as well. Maybe it's time for us to go back to the traditional, to 2000s, let's say 2016 when I started, okay? It might be time for us to go back to 2016 days, right? When we were actually handwriting our letters out. I know it sounds crazy, but that might be the way to go. Because if we're using the same font, the same verbiage, the same language, the same this, the same that, and then they're not answering us, right? Then let's switch it up. Let's send them some actual paper. Like, let's write out the actual, letter, and let's see if we get responses in that way. Let's see if we get better results that way. Okay, so I hope that this information was very informative to you. The credit reporting agencies are literally refusing to comply with the FCRA, which is removing all of those inaccuracies and those derogatory marks off of your credit report. That really helps you out, okay? If you guys are in need of some credit repair help, of course, I know how to remove anything off your credit, okay? And I know the law language and stuff, but I'm also partnered up with a really good law firm that can help you out as well. So make sure you text #credit, okay, to 305-686-0781. And also, when it comes down to lending, when it comes down to funding opportunities, and the reason why I brought this to you all this morning on the channel is because what I notice is when I am applying for a lending, or I'm helping my clients get some lending, some funding for their business, or even if it's personal funding, right? They are going to pull your personal credit. And your personal credit is going to need to be at least 680 or above, okay? And I'm talking 680 is the bare minimum. And when you are at the bare minimum, expect to have high rates and all of this other stuff. But remember, we're going to build from there, okay? But I'm just letting you guys know that if you don't have at least that 680 credit score, let's build and let's get to that point, okay? And I know it's kind of like draining. It's very discouraging because you might have paid thousands and thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars to all these credit repair companies, to your friends, to people that you really believe and trusted with your personal information to remove derogatory marks. But at this moment, this channel, this is a one and done. Either you're gonna get it done yourself, okay, and obviously I can walk you through the steps, or you can always join with me, okay, with my firm, and we can help you out, okay? Because credit repair, credit in general is something that's very urgent when it comes down to us getting approved for lending, not grants, okay? Because you don't have to have good credit for grants, okay? They don't pull your credit for grants. But for business loans and business credit cards and stuff like that, yeah, you want to have some pretty decent credit, okay? Some good credit and up. All right, so I really enjoyed you guys today, all right? If you enjoyed this video and you think this video is informative, make sure you share it out on your Facebook, Instagrams and stuff, and like and subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. I've enjoyed you guys' time. Thanks so much for supporting me. All right, today's Thursday, so walk in the light, all right? And also I put the link in the description so that way you guys can read a little bit more on this topic, on this subject, okay? Because this is some hot tea. And the credit reporting agencies, they can do better, okay? They got to do better with complying because we are in a recession and there is no urgent or aggressive time when we need credit or extra funding than now, okay? So I'll talk to you guys soon. Hope you enjoyed this video. I love you all. Thanks for supporting. Peace.